What's up, everybody? Welcome to all the night owls out there. Episode 2 incoming right now. Nightlife podcast. It's currently, what time is it? 12:53 a.m. So we started a little bit later this time, but it's all right.
Yeah, well, I didn't really know the time that we started last time.
Yeah, it was around like 9:30, something like that, but it's all right.
This is way later.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's the nightlife.
Putting the night in the nightlife.
Exactly. Putting a name to good use. So
yeah, so we're thinking about talking about, you heard about, in the last show, we had, George had a bodybuilding show.
Yeah. I got second and open. Very close to a pro card, but hopefully in the next coming year or two.
Yep.
That's a very true goal of mine. I was very excited, though. I felt like this prep was a lot better than the first one. You know, I was much more informed. I was more intellectual about my decisions, and you know, it was a tough prep because, you know, I didn't really have a true off season coming off the first one, like I said in the first episode, but it was a lot better, and I felt like my physique looked a lot better than the first one. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people 100%. Think. A lot of people forget about, like when they are doing a show, like they just want to get first all the time, you know, and that's good to have that kind of mindset. Goal, right? That is the goal, of course. But at the same time, you have to look at what you looked like in the past as well. You have to see where you came from. Yeah. And I feel like it was a success, even though I didn't get first, but I did do better than I did last show, you know, and not just beating other people, but just like looking at myself, I was able to make that obvious statement that make that comparison that I was a lot better and looked a lot better.
The legs brought up a lot, quite a bit.
I think I brought up the legs.
The last show you had like little quad sweep. Now much bigger quad sweep.
So that's what I really worked on. So that's what the judges told me. And you know, I just think now that I'm in a true off season, I'm able to really put on some size, and that's what's most important now. I really don't have any lacking. I mean, there are lacking parts, but just overall, it's just, you know, putting on some size, and that's where I think we talk about like reverse diet as one of the topics we also wanted to talk about as well.
Coming off the show.
Just coming off the show, it's because this is right now, like, eating is very important right now, like when you're reversing, because if you're not eating right now, you're not gonna like be able to put on size, which is the whole point. But the thing is, on top of that is your metabolism, how important that is too.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: so you get prep for a show, but you preserve so much muscle mass.
Right.
Your metabolism is slowed, but it's like the moment you start adding calories like you are now, you know, 3-4 days, 2 weeks after peak day of the show, your metabolism speeds right up because you have so much muscle on you still, and you're actually starting to build more muscle. I mean, because be real, nobody's building muscle a week after their show.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Your metabolism is still, it picks up pretty quick, right back where you left off.
And that's the whole point. And also, it's gonna be important when you're lifting as well, because I'm now starting to get my. I mean, not that I wasn't strong on prep or like near the end of prep and stuff like that, but now I'm really starting to like have, you know, those lifts where I'm not able, like, you know, I don't feel as tired. Like I'm able to have like longer workouts, basically, like. I feel stronger all throughout. Like I don't have to be like, okay, I have to hit this hard because in 20 minutes, this set is going to be like slightly, you know.
You're tracking how you're like everything you're burning.
Right,
literally.
Exactly. And I feel stronger. And obviously that has, you know, carb intake is very important. So, but
600 carbs a day.
600 grams of carbs. And then
apart from like 0 last week, some days.
Oh yeah. No, there were days where like literally, what was it? I mean, not even a few days out, but like I carb loaded last Monday, like I did. Like I told y'all, I carb loaded last Monday and Tuesday, and then I fat loaded Wednesday and Thursday, and those were the days where it was like very minimal carbs, but I was still eating a lot of calories because I was fat loading, and so that's why like I was able to reverse so thoroughly like into what I am now, is because I started like a week, like that prep week, like I was able to carb load and fat load, and that means that the caloric intake is going to be higher than what it was like 2-3 weeks out. And even during all the prep, like I was still maintaining at what I said, 3370, and now I'm what is it, like 3860. So it's a little bit higher, but that's the thing. Like I was probably eating more prep a week than I was like when I was like all of prep.
Yeah.
So that's why it was so easy for me to reverse. But that's what I'm saying. Like my metabolism is not as, or mine I think is very fast compared to others. So that's why.
Yeah,
it's
naturally both.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So like that's why it's able for me to reverse, but not like I know other people who like take it very very slow, like 100, like less than 100. Like sometimes people do like.
Reason why people take it slow is usually because you like for me. Yeah. That's the way I do it. I reverse very slow. Like talked about it last podcast. Like I'm talking about like 100. Like I literally add 200 calories a month.
Yeah, which
is
kind of
basically 50 calories a week.
But that's the thing is like some people don't have that much time. Like I know you're dedicating that time to the bulk, which is very good. And I mean, a lot of people should do that.
Literally just lifting. I'm just lifting. I'm not like, I'm massing up, but I'm literally like, it's all lean. That's the point. I've literally kept abs the entire time. That's
good. That's very good.
Good, nothing like I would never. I probably never surpassed 13% body fat. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I just think in the off season that doesn't really matter. Obviously, but
you don't want to put on a lot of fat.
No, you don't want to. And the thing is that's like same for both of us. I promise you, like in a few months, like that's just how our genetics are built. Like we have a hard time putting on a lot of fat, like holding fat. So that's why.
That's a great thing.
It's a great thing, but. Like I'm saying,
your body wants to burn fat more than it wants to store it.
Exactly.
Or store things as fat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really, I'm not really so procured on the concept of like body fat because I know at the end of the day, like I'm still gonna be within that range. But at the same time, like I still want to like not turn into some kind of fat fuck. At the end of the day.
Nah, I mean the only way you do that is like
dirty bulking.
So yes, because dirty bulking, no matter it like bulking cutting doesn't it doesn't only rely on the number that you're eating. No, literally what you're eating it literally matters more than the number.
Yeah, and and that's not to say that you can't have any cheat meals. Like I'm literally gonna have a cheat meal tomorrow. Wednesdays are my cheat.
Like people who eat McDonald's and shit.
Yeah, no, you can't have that shit every day. Like you have to be dedicated. I think in my opinion, like your diet in the off season is just as important during prep, if not more important. Because the whole point of the off season is to build muscle. That's the whole point. Obviously, you're gonna look more bloated because of all the carbs that you're eating.
Yeah, that's normal, bro.
That's normal. Yeah, that's normal. But the thing is that behind all the the water and stuff and all that, it's the muscle.
Yeah, so you're chilling.
Exactly. I'm not. That's why, like, I'm very excited. Dedicating some good amount of months to this. I'm we're not for the next show. I don't think this next prep is probably not going to be up until I would say mid to end January.
Oh, you're talking about like the bulk?
Yeah, the bulk is probably going to be until like end of January.
So when's your next show? You think next summer?
Probably next April. Like end of April.
Oh, really?
Yeah, end of April.
Because I wanted to just go for my first one like this summer.
That would be good. I've been keeping my eye on. Well, there were two shows that I was keeping my eye on. This one that I did this past weekend, and this next one in April. So I think if I did it, I'm not looking past right now. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to the prep. I'm looking forward to like right now, like the off season.
That's exactly the mindset I was in March or February. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I'm sick of being lean, bro. You gotta mass up, especially as a natural. You can't be lean, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing is like I'm all for like aesthetics and stuff like that, but like I just got off prep. I don't really want to be talking about prep. I know how it just my mindset. Prep brain was so much more different than like what it is now. Like the lifts, like I'm able to actually eat. I'm actually able to.
And then here's the thing. This is kind of the mindset I got into very recently. Is you get to eat so much, bro, that like
Yeah.
you get sick of eating that much.
Oh,
like, I was
yeah.
eating that 4,500 for literally like 2.5 months, bro.
Yeah.
That is a lot of food.
Yeah.
Especially when you're pushing food and you're not used to pushing food, it's hard.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
bro, there was some nights like, granted, my schedule during the day is not the best. Like, I could be eating more frequently, like, but, life gets in the way a little bit.
Right,
So,
that's what I'm saying. The only time I miss my calories is when I fall asleep. It's because I'm
that's the
so
thing.
tired.
I don't miss my calories, but at the expense of staying up late.
Yeah.
So, or the cost of,
But
if the cost of me getting my calories in is I lose sleep. So, I don't miss my calories. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It really is. Because, like, for example, I'll be at 3,800 calories, but 3,800 versus 45 is 700 calories.
Yeah.
Now, if you miss that 2 or 3 times a week, that's 2,100 calories or 1,400 calories. That's a lot, bro. Like,
it is.
so
It's hard to make
I was
up.
adding up the calories every week. I have a notes in my phone.
Mm.
Literally, I would track every day the calories I hit, and I would always hit it, bro, every time. And it's paid off, as you can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably tell, I'm adding weight, adding mass, adding muscle.
For sure. And I think but the thing is that you have to let it digest. And that was my problem a long time ago when I was bulking.
Yeah, 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
You gotta let it.
Exactly,
just
because
fucking cram
you
in
just
food.
can't. And that's the thing, like, as a student. And I think that's another thing we can talk about is, like, better ways to get in your meals, like, as a student. I feel like the best way, if you are
Not
in
too hard.
class, I'm just saying,
Bring some protein bars, like.
well, that is true, but, like, as a bodybuilder,
I mean,
in a-
sorry, don't bring protein bars. That's just don't do that. Don't do that. I'm tripping. No, just
if you're able to pack meals with you, I think that's the best way.
It's I don't know.
I don't mind eating.
Me personally,
cold.
the way my schedule is, I don't. It's like I don't even need to do that. I'm
yeah,
away
'cause
for so little time. I can just eat before I go to class and then eat after, which is like 3 hours later.
Yeah, I'm built like that too.
I'm talking about schedule.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about
Your
like the
schedule's different. 'Cause
No. I thought you were talking about like the meal.
No.
itself.
I'm saying like I have oatmeal when I leave, and then I come back and I have my pre-workout meal. Like it's so little time. It's like 11 to 2.
Yeah, and we
you know?
talked about oatmeal last week too, is how important it is to.
Yeah.
And it's a great source of carbohydrates. Not only that, it keeps you full all day as well.
Satiated, yeah.
So
So
that's good, especially if you're on prep. It's a good, like, if you are going to have carbs on a high carb day or something, oatmeal is a great way to go if you're on prep,
yeah.
at least.
So we were talking about being lean and then eventually wanting to get bigger. Like you
Yeah.
can't be lean forever. You can, but like if you
can.
want to build muscle, like good muscle, and you want to actually
Yeah.
like develop your body and grow, you got to go in a somewhat of a bulk. Like whether
Yeah.
it's a lean bulk or you're really consistent and you go on
Yeah.
a pretty heavy bulk. So I think this is a good transition because yes, being lean looks great. Like you might get girls, right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Like girls say they don't like a guy with 6-packs, bro. Like that's like I just think it's kind of a bunch of
I just myself would not be happy. I mean, there are times when like you're not gonna be like freaking 5% body fat.
that's
what
not
I'm saying?
realistic. But you can be.
You could still have some body fat, like over 10% body fat, and have abs, and still.
People underestimate really how lean 10% is.
Yeah,
Like, that's
10%
very lean.
10% is very lean.
Like 1% is a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
10 versus 11 and 12 is huge.
Yeah, it
Talking,
is.
Especially with certain people's genetics, 10% looks like 7 or 6.
Exactly. That's why a lot of people are like, they were trying to, I know you heard Ronnie Coleman saying he was 0.33. That's not even physically possible.
You would die.
No, I think the leanest person was like 3%. And then he died shortly after that
Yeah,
because of
that's
like
not
how
possible.
lean he was. Yeah, I don't know if that's because of the gear. Like, I don't know anybody naturally that can surpass like below 4%. Like, not even 5%. Like, what's his name? Tristan Lee. He was 4.8.
Yeah. That was like year round too.
Yeah, that was year round.
That's incredible.
No, do you know how bad that is for you though?
Nah, it's not good because your
He
hormones.
was eating 1,800 calories every day.
Nah, but your hormones are fucked.
No, it's
from
not
that.
like how do you get hard? Like, you're not gonna be able to get hard from
guy. This
I'm
guy.
I'm being serious. Like,
Well, your test is
exactly.
is tanked. a lot,
Yeah.
like by a ton. So you can't. Your libido's shot.
Exactly.
Your sex drive is shot, which
That's what
is
I'm
your libido.
saying.
Like you're done. You can't get up.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
done.
Like he wouldn't. I think he's said that before that
He needs some
was having
NO7.
problems.
That's what he needs. That's a
good.
still supplement.
Oh, we could go on for hours about that. I actually took that before I stepped on stage. It got a great pump backstage.
NO7 is a pump pill, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know he uses it for other
Nah,
stuff too.
so-
But
yeah.
anyways, on another note, what we were talking about is just like, if you want to be lean year round, you don't have to eat 1,800 calories.
Nah, bro.
And then on top of that, he was doing like HIIT workouts with bodybuilding style type bodybuilding like training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, don't do that, please, because your mentals will get fucked as well too.
Everything.
Everything.
It's basically like you're on prep brain, but all the time.
Exactly.
Like, especially when you have that much muscle on you, bro, your energy expenditure.
I think
is
I ate 1,800
high.
calories on prep,
You're just
maybe
not feeding yourself.
a handful of times, like on prep, like that. Maybe it was like the last 2 weeks, not even last. It was about the last 2 weeks, yeah. Or how do I say it? The last 3 weeks, but except prep week, I was carb loading and fat loading. But then the 2 weeks prior, that was probably around, and not even, I wouldn't even go that. The lowest would be 1,800. It would range between 1,800 and like 2,200. The last 2 weeks.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, and that was not for a long time. That was 2 weeks.
That's okay.
This guy's doing
That's
it for
normal.
365 days. That's what I'm saying.
So that's not optimal, but I think we transition here to getting. As I was saying earlier, is getting lean and how like getting lean, you appear bigger, right?
Yeah.
So you appear like everything pops.
Yeah,
especially with a pump.
vascularity,
Especially with a
everything.
pump.
Oh yeah, no. There
All
were
your
times,
muscle bellies are full of water, but they're
Okay.
in
Yeah.
full of water, and your nitric oxide pathways are enlarged. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
your blood vessels are dilated. Everything gets bigger. Your muscles are pumped up. So
Obviously, there's going to be some attention.
so
behind
exactly,
that.
that's a great point. So the attention to that is like you will know, you more likely than not will notice somebody in the gym that's very lean with a pump. So they're in there getting their lift, and you notice like they might look like they're on gear or something. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about like somebody who's a lean monster. You could see all the cuts, all the like her triceps. You can see everything. You can see it clearly too. It's like basically like a human anatomy chart almost.
Yeah. And
I mean, I had a guy come up to me about. I remember it was. I want to say it was like January of 2022. So before the bulk, and I was so lean before
Yeah,
I
I
started that
remember.
bulk. And he came up to me. He's like, "How do you get your body to look like a human anatomy chart?" I'm like, and he was basically saying because I was pumped up and I was so lean, you could see everything. It's like you're stepping on stage.
yeah, right.
So there is some attention that comes with that. Like people will think you're literally like massive.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a given. I noticed that a lot on prep. Like when I would take off the pump cover, I myself, I want the attention. I hope like people are looking at me like when I take off the pump cover. And I know I'm not the only one to say that, but
I mean, yeah.
well, it's just like it's a motivation factor. On top of that, it's just like I feel like I get better lifts. When I get that attention, like it's just like any given. You can see on YouTube, like look it up, like. There's a bodybuilder walking out in public, and they're obviously going to stare at you.
Yeah, because
So it's like-
they're literally in 1/4% of the ever, people
Exactly.
that big.
You know.
It's gonna stick out like a
But
sore
at the
thumb.
same time, like I'm not trying to get off track. Like I'm not, I'm in there for a reason. I'm not in there to like talk to anybody. Like I'm obviously like I see you all the time there. I might see a friend from class or something. But that's not my goal. Like at the end of the day,
Nah,
like
bro, you ain't doing this to impress somebody you know.
no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We got goals behind it, but at the same time, what I'm saying is like it is definitely a motivation factor behind it because who doesn't like attention?
Nah, there's I guess a fine line that comes with that. Like, people may think you come off as like, because I myself find myself kind of thinking of people that are like, that big. I think they're like pricks sometimes.
Yeah, no,
you
that's
might
definitely.
think they are because most of the time they have this look on their face like, don't fucking talk to me. I'm gonna kill you or something.
Yeah, no, there's no reason for that. Like,
Nah.
like I'm a nice guy.
Most of the time, you go up to them, and they're the nicest person you've ever talked to in your life.
Exactly, bro, and they're like very
Down to earth,
down to
open
earth,
to talk to you, but
intellectual. Like you can actually have a sophisticated conversation with them. And not only that, and that's, you know, I've talked to people before, and they've literally asked me straight up, "Are you a narcissist?" Like, I swear, bro. I'm like, how do you even ask a human being that?
nah.
You know, just because I love the sport of bodybuilding makes me a narcissist. Like, that's kind of fucked up in my opinion.
Nah. Yeah, I think it's a touchy subject. It's also the double standard that we.
Oh,
that
yeah, for
is
sure.
Painted on people who go to the gym. Oh yeah, like their ego's way too high. Like they think they're the best person. Like they're literally a narcissist. Like no, most of the time that's not true.
But there's not to say that there aren't pricks. Like there are.
100%.
There are like
some people that
it's
absolute
just,
pricks, dude.
No, I'm telling you, I saw this one guy at the gym here at Ramsey. He literally just walks in with his girlfriend, I'm assuming, and he starts taking mirror pics like right in the middle, a busy day. It was like on a fucking Tuesday afternoon. Everybody's trying to lift their weights. And this man starts taking mirror pictures right in the middle.
You can lift which your tank on and be like, yo, like everybody's checking me out, got a crazy pump. That's fine. But then there's oh yeah, everybody look at me. I'm like, nah, man.
I mean,
like,
he got what he wanted. Everybody looked at him, but everybody also thinks you're a prick.
Nah, I mean, really, that's not being really. It's not being humble, right? It's not
really, being very humble. It's not being like cool. Like if you want to go take pictures, do it on your own time when you have your own mirror, not in the middle when people are trying to get like growth and trying to grow their muscles and stuff like that.
It's
And I in the years that I've seen, like from all the gyms that we like Lifetime, it's not that bad. I don't see it that big of a problem.
Lifetime happens at least at Lifetime, honestly, because of the wide demographic.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
it's
age
because
groups.
Yeah, exactly, because they provide so much like hospitality. Like
I mean, not even that. It's just the amount of different members.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
People that
it also depends on what area you're in.
I mean, example, Ramsey. It's all students.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So it's more likely to happen there.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
No, but it's even for the month and a half I've been lifting there, it hasn't been a problem. It's mostly just genuine people just looking to get in.
Some big ass dudes in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So everybody's got a goal, and I have no problem with it. The only problem is like when I try to go on like for instance today, hit legs at like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, can't get a rack.
It was like a freaking club in there.
Yeah, no, that's the problem with college rec centers, man. They can't get a rack, can't get a machine. You gotta wait for a machine, literally. Like hack squat at Ramsey, man. Every time I'd be using that, bro, there's like a 3-4 person line, bro.
Yeah, there's only one hack squat, so you got freaking 200 people working out, one hack squat. That's not really optimal.
Especially when this dude's pushing 6 plates on each side.
Yeah,
six plates on each side.
That's gonna take a while.
And this guy, and then he adds a 25 on each side. So that's a lot of weight, bro.
That's insane.
Well, I've done 3 to 4 plates on there, and it's pretty damn heavy. Like I still knock out 8 to 10, but like that's a top set. Like that's nothing. I'm not going higher than that.
I still have not done hack squat. I need to hop on that trend. I myself am one that does not use hack squat. It's just because like
I feel like if you have better options, or at least like
I'll squat and then
you've had other things that work for you, and they you don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like my quads have grown pretty nicely over the last few months.
It might be a good tool to use in this bulk because switching up your training, especially during the bulk and cut, can help you a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like different machines matters. Mm-hmm. Different brands of machines matter. Like hammer strength, matrix machines. Now let me go on this topic real quick. The 24/7 gyms we go to, they have matrix machines. This ain't no hate to Matrix, bruh, but some of the machines are god awful. I don't know, but let me just say specifically, this leg curl, bruh, I literally feel like I'm gonna
I was
tear my
literally,
ham.
I was about
hamstring.
to say that the leg extension too. It just feels so heavy on my
It's not
shins.
optimal, man.
It's not. It's not. And that's the thing about being a bodybuilder is like you have to work with what you have.
Yeah, especially when you got life in the way. You can't be always going to the same gym every time.
Can't be going to the same gym because not only that, I know a lot of like, especially like people who travel all the time. They have to go. They would have to go like work at a piece of shit hotel gym.
Even those gyms are better than. Honestly, in my opinion, Matrix is the worst of them all. I just have to tell you, bro.
I mean,
like,
I don't really know. I like whatever company Lifetime uses.
It's Hammer Strength,
Hammer Strength, Life Fitness. Those are the best ones in my opinion.
And then they have some of the accessory machines, like for example, at JC, they have literally that whole section of machines.
Right.
Those are like Life Fitness mixed up with, I think it's Matrix. I want
to. Not all Matrix are terrible.
No,
but
no, it's Life Fitness. It's like all Life Fitness.
I was about to say because
and Hammer Strength.
Yeah, doesn't Lifetime itself have like their own?
I don't know. I mean, you would think it's Life Fitness, but I don't even know.
I wouldn't know either. But I like that they have metal plates here.
I'll tell you what, Life Fitness machines, A+. Like the Life Fitness leg extension is the best leg extension on the planet.
Yeah, it's not heavy at all on the shins.
It's perfect.
Literally it's all perfect. Quad. It's all quad.
Literally perfect. Now,
I know.
The Matrix machine is like, it's not consistent. The contraction is not consistent on the quad. It's like the only contraction you get like on the machine. The only contraction you're getting on the Matrix is like fully extended with squeeze.
Right.
With Life Fitness, man, I can literally go right here and just do a static hold, and I can feel my entire quad.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because I would literally get calf cramps with the leg extension at Ramsey because it's so heavy on my shin, and I like to put my foot out when I get to the top.
I mean 24/7.
It happened at Ramsey too.
Okay,
Isn't that the same brand?
This guy be getting cramps like all the time. He was just cramping earlier.
Yeah, I think it's just because like I don't know, maybe
tired,
maybe
water,
tired. I need to drink more
sodium.
water. Yeah, I need to drink a lot more water. I mean, I'm taking more creatine now as well because I'm in the off season.
Yeah, you weren't taking pre either, leading up to your show, no?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't work out. So here's the thing: I didn't work out 2 days before because you're supposed to let the muscles rest so that they can like
fine.
see the cuts
Growing.
in there. And it's scientifically proven that it takes 24 to 48 hours for the muscle to develop.
As a natural. 100%.
As a natural, yes. And then, so I took. All I did Thursday, Friday was cardio. I did more cardio on Thursday, and then Friday I did only about like 20 minutes, and then. I didn't really, show day, I'm just pumping up in the back. Nothing like a real workout.
Pumping up in the back sounds like pinning.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, just like getting a pump in the back.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know what you mean.
Doing some curls. Nothing like a real workout. And then I took Sunday off. Just took off the whole weekend so I could come in fresh Monday morning. And
let me ask you a question. What was some of the movements these guys were doing in the back? Because I know you weren't the only one doing that.
Oh, no.
Like lat raises got to be one of them.
Lateral raises obviously is an important one.
That's just like everything.
Obviously curls is a big one.
What else?
Doing some push-ups. Push-ups are really good.
Chest, try.
They would have pump-up bands.
Oh,
so,
they have bands?
Yeah.
Do you have any machines back there or no? No machines?
No machines, just some, oh man, this is a high school, so they just brought some dumbbells, and then they brought some, like pump-up bands, which is really good. And then they had mirrors as well, so you could like...
I bet your lighting was insane, no?
The lighting was very good, with the tan as well. And that was the thing about it, though, is the judge was saying that my tan was all over the place. But here's the thing. The tan that they're doing and the tan that I did, it was a big comparison. Their tan was $125, and I got mine for like $40. And it was good. The only problem is that the darker you get, the splotchier you get. So, like, you're going to have places where, places like under the armpits, imperfections. So that's what I'm saying. And obviously, in bodybuilding, it's very important that the tanner you are, the darker, like, the better you will look on stage.
Yeah.
And then, and that's the thing. Like, you could be as big as you can, and, like, you could look as shredded as you can. If your tan isn't on point and, like, They judge you on that. Like if your tan is not good, or if you have too much oil on,
Like like a running tan.
yeah, not even like a running tan. Like everybody's gonna sweat or at some point in time. Like when you're flexing that hard, like I'm surprised like people are not cramping on stage.
Yeah.
Like if there are people who are so dehydrated, and they like pass out on stage. But thankfully, it didn't happen to anybody like this past weekend or the first show that I did. But if you have too much oil on, like that's gonna also affect you. And another really important part is if you have to be able to pose. Like,
Yeah. Where did you just practice at home or something?
I practice at home, not even that. Like I'm always posing at the gym. Like after a pump, that's what you're supposed to do. Like after a set, you're supposed to flex.
Yeah. Bro, that's Arnold said.
Yeah, no, that's what this.
Supposed to bump, you get the flex in the mirror.
Exactly. Any coach would tell you that. Freaking 19-time Olympia champion, whatever, Henny Rambod would tell you.
Yeah.
You have to meet failure, and then even after failure, you do partials, and then you flex.
Yeah.
So,
man, I tell you, partials, man. I was just teaching a dude today. He literally asked me a question because we had to work in on the chest fly. He comes up to me. He's like, oh, actually, I had just gotten the machine because I do hit left, and so I get on the machine, but he's trying to get it the same time I am, and he's like, oh, or I was like, yo, you just want to work in? And he's like, yeah, and then so we do that, and then I go to the other room, and he comes in the same thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm here. He's like, oh, can I work in again? He's like, yeah, and he asked me, he's like, so, how can I activate the long head of my tricep some more? Because actually, he didn't ask me that. He was like, I just want to get big triceps. And he asked me, I'm like, yeah, so here's what you do. Here's the proper movement and this and that. And so fast forward, he's telling me, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, no, I've never had triceps in my life. I'm like, okay.
was this guy just like a beginner, or is he
nice? Like, he seems to have just be on like a half bro split type thing. Like he just comes in, hits some curls and this and that. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
But so he wasn't a beginner. He was just kind of like fucking around.
Yeah, but he's not like a stick either. He's like got
some
mass,
muscle on him.
Some, but he gets done with how I tell him to do it. So I told him to hit hit a challenging weight, and in the same set do a drop set. So half the weight and go to partials and failure.
Oh my God, I could tell you how many times. I remember when I used to live in Kennesaw at the retreat, I would do that so many times. Like almost every time I hit tricep, I would do like a burnout. I would do 3 sets of a burnout. So I would do 10 reps each, but this was all in the same set, like no rest. I would do 10 reps of the heaviest and then cut that in half, do another 10, and then cut that in half again, and then do another 10.
Exactly.
You want to talk about a burnout for triceps? Do that with the rope.
Half the weight. I'm telling you, bro, works for everything.
Oh my God.
Literally everything.
That just brings back like nostalgia, like from like the summer and just all of like spring semester. I would just go there.
At Lifetime?
No, at the retreat
those late night pumps.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I would have like Jay Cutler playing on the TV.
Yeah.
I was getting those motivation for like my first show, but
yeah.
That was really cool.
I would say we move on to we didn't really tap on it much, but like I guess attention to females in the gym as a male.
Yeah, we kind of talked about like attention overall, but like I know we said that females believe that we're narcissistic.
Not really. It's like it's the double standard.
It's a double standard of just like, and I feel like
a big dude thinks he's better than everybody.
Well, here's the thing.
Not true.
I think females this is what happens. Like when females you don't give them attention, then they automatically think you're narcissistic. It's because you think you care about yourself, but in reality, it's just like I'm in here to do one thing and one thing only. Like I said earlier, but I don't like that idea that we automatically become narcissistic, that we don't give you attention. And that's what a lot of girls are built on. Like,
bro,
like you said earlier, but when we weren't talking on here, we were saying like girls like to wear these type of like
provocative outfits. It's
so.
Not that we don't wear provocative outfits. It's not even that either. But it's just
That's just
It's
how
not bad.
no, it's not.
by any
That's how
means.
gym brands.
It's just how it is.
That's how they make their clothing. It's supposed to pop. Like I'm wearing a tank top right now. It's
supposed
very
to
tight. It's supposed to highlight my shoulders, my tricep, my bicep, everything. The same thing for when girls wear those like whatever tight short
Lulu stuff.
Lululemon.
Oh, excuse me.
No, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, people are going to look at you. It's not like people are going to look at you.
It's quite nearly impossible unless you have some eye disease or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
like especially when it's a female that is pretty fine. Like let's be honest. Let's be real here. It's pretty damn hard not to look. It's pretty damn hard not to
That's
look.
what I'm saying. And if that's your goal is to go at the gym so that other people can look at you, that's not a very good
You
goal.
know what? The sad truth is it is for some females.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It literally is.
And that's where
I
was
swear.
and that's where I was saying was if you don't give them that attention, then you become perceived as a narcissist.
You don't even know this person now.
Exactly. So then it's just like, you know.
I don't know. You don't even know this person.
No, but the thing is like.
No, we're talking about in general, like in public.
That's what I'm. No, that's what I'm saying. I thought we were talking about the gym.
No, I'm saying like, I was saying earlier is giving girls attention at the gym is like, it's hard not to look, especially when they wear provocative outfits.
That's true.
And then you could say like, you could do this with people you know. For example, like, you know, one of our girlfriends that we know, like, bruh, you let's say, you know, you're at the gym, right? And you're in the middle of a set, so your girlfriend calls you, but like you're doing your own thing, bruh. Or like somebody says you go to the gym too much, you're working out too much, and you're not like paying attention to me. Like immediately I'm a narcissist. Nah, bruh. Like you see what I mean?
I'm just kind of confused. Like where?
No, I'm saying like since I'm working out too much. I only care about myself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm kind of going in two different directions here.
No, I feel like what we're trying to say is that, I mean, what I'm trying to say is like, obviously, like, if you don't know the person, you know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to give somebody attention if they don't deserve it. Like,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, to another person, that might not be the case. It's like, you have to look at this person, because that's the standard. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's not how I am. I'm just there to, you know, work out.
Exactly. No, now it is motivation, especially when the.
That's what I'm
there.
saying. I'm being low key a hypocrite when I say like I don't like I'm not gonna look at people, but then when people look at me, it's a very I become like a motivated individual.
Helps
Yeah,
to pump. No lie.
exactly.
If I said I was looking at like not looking, but like I'm going to like rack my weights and somebody's in my viewing.
Right. It's not. It's. You can't not look at people. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be fucking lying to myself if I said that was like I'm looking on purpose. No, literally, it just happens to be there.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So
what am I supposed to look up and then like?
Yeah, no, that's what pisses me off. Like,
bro, like
a lot of these people like be putting on TikTok. Oh yeah, he's a creep. He's like keeps looking at me.
What's that dude's name?
Joey Swole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I just that's just at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking to go in there for. Like, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say that I don't look around at people or
bro,
look at these.
Not look around. What am I supposed to look down?
Exactly. And that's where I can come in and say that I do enjoy when people look at me because like it gives me. Like, especially when I get positive, like, reinforcements from people. Like, people compliment me. They're like,
it's rare, though. Let's be honest.
It's rare, but, like, there are people who are just starting out and they like to look up to you. And that
exactly.
It shows
100%.
It shows the kind of effort you're putting in. And, that helps. It helps you further prolong, like, the kind of decisions you make in the future. Like, hey, like, these people, like, sometimes they look up to me. Sometimes, like, I give them tips or something like that.
You were one time in their shoes.
Exactly. So everybody got to start. Everybody got to start somewhere.
That's that quote.
Exactly. So that's why I don't mind people looking at me. I don't care who it is. If they want to stare at me all day, so be it. It's not my decision if they want to look at me or not. I'm not gonna go on TikTok and be like, why is this guy creepy or why is this girl creepy because she's staring at me. There's a reason why people look at you.
Bro, most of the time, they admiring you, bro.
Exactly. And
Goes
why is
for
that a
women,
bad
too.
thing?
Most for women, too.
You step on stage. If you're a bodybuilder and you get pissed off that people look at you, you're not. Then don't step on stage. Then when you go on stage, you're being judged for everything that, like, literally everything. Your whole body is presented on stage. If you're mad that some 20, 19, 18-year-old kids are looking at you at the gym, then that's a problem. You should not have any problem with anybody looking at you at the gym.
Nah, bro.
I know, and here's the thing, and that is a problem for some people. And I know people who don't want to go to gyms because they feel like they're being looked at.
That's the hardest thing for some people.
That is the hardest thing. But I'm talking about
fear.
Oh yeah, fear. They're being judged. They're being this. That is different than being a bodybuilder. If you're a bodybuilder and you hate being looked at, then you should not be doing bodybuilding. But the thing is if you are starting out and if you're like a lot of people who are trying to lose weight, like who are obese and stuff like that, that is a different story. I don't think they should be judged at all for doing something that is a very good thing in trying to transform their life.
100%, bro.
I respect everybody. No, just even having the courage to go to a commercial gym. Some people don't even want to go because they think they're being looked at. That's where I can understand, like, that's not even being creepy. Like, they're just being straight up, like, mean at that point. That's just being pricks.
Now, I know I always talk down on Planet Fitness. That's why it's there. Let's be real. Planet Fitness is a beginner gym for being 1,000.
It is, and it's for people who are trying
to get into the gym, but they don't want to go to a big old gym where there's some jacked dudes
I know
in
some
there and be like
really
scared.
I actually do know some big ass people that go to
that's great.
the Planet Fitness, but like that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of balling on a budget. It's like $10 or something.
If you want to take your lifting seriously, it ain't the place to be.
Yeah, no, they don't even.
I don't know any serious
bar.
lifters that go there.
They don't have any free bar.
There are, let's say, but that's a small exception. An exception don't make the rule.
I've literally never seen a free bar at Planet Fitness in my life, but anyways, I need free bar. I don't care.
They only have Smith, right?
They only have Smith, and then they have like the free dumbbells, which I think they go up pretty high. I don't know.
I think it's like 100 or something. Ain't no way they go to 150.
No,
ain't nobody in there lifting 150.
I've only been to one gym where it goes up to 150, and that's this gym, Ramsey. Not even Lifetime.
Ramsey goes to what? Is it the main room?
Yeah, Ramsey goes up to 150.
No shot, bro.
I swear to Jesus.
Last time it was 130, I think.
Yeah, 130, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm saying that's it, as if I can, like, rep it out.
Hey,
that's
man,
what I'm saying. But
next
like
2 years, easy money.
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you.
Money.
I mean, we're already like.
I'm hitting hundreds.
Yeah, I've hit hundreds like flat. I haven't tried to incline yet, but flat.
Oh yeah, I only do incline, bro. I don't do flat dumbbell. I do like one up from flat dumbbell, but like, you know what I mean. So flat dumbbell.
Well, here's the thing. When I do flat, I'll do like hammer press, which is really good for the tricep.
You'd be doing those.
And that's where I've gone like pretty high with the hundreds.
Yeah, bro. I remember you hit that for like 7 or 8. Remember?
Yeah, at Woodstock, and then I hit it on prep. It was like a week and a half out, like for 6.
You were literally. It was at Ramsey. You were literally telling me.
Yeah.
My strength I have a lot of strength. This guy.
Yeah, my strength was actually very high. If anything, I think it's just very similar to what it was like from bulk. Just because like I didn't bulk up that much, or like not that I didn't bulk up that much, but it's just like the difference from my bulk to cut is what I should say. It wasn't that much. I think it was like 14 pound difference.
Yeah.
So just because like I was already still very lean, like that's what I'm saying. Like people who like have, and that was my problem. I feel like I was having a really long prep, and that's what I'm gonna do now is have a shorter prep, especially if I have a good off season. That's one of the benefits of having a clean off season. Like you're able to clean bulk, is you get to have a shorter prep because you already lean.
Exactly.
So that's a good important factor if you ever trying
all
to.
That muscle is lean muscle mass.
Yeah,
dude.
at that point it's just like
you gotta worry about
just
it. Just
basically from there on, you just gotta like kind of like minimize the meals, like just kind of short like quantity.
Bro, like for me, when I end up cutting hard for like a show, so right now I'm not cutting at all. I'm still in a surplus.
Yeah,
I've been in a surplus for like 8 months, 9 months now. But I've lost weight. I've stopped gaining weight, but I'm still in a surplus.
Yeah, I
Makes
feel
sense.
like that's just because, well, that's kind of a given when you've been bulking for 8 to 9 months.
Yeah,
But you have to. So can I ask you what was your weight when you started the bulk?
190.
Well, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like the time from what was it, like January to now?
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be
February.
Yeah, February or something like that. So it's gonna be like, obviously, like the scale for me, I know at least it like fluctuates. It tends to fluctuate just because
Not
like
by much though.
not by much, but the thing is like I don't know in what case how you're losing weight, but it was for me like sometimes I would hold more water in a day than I would on a, you know.
I mean, since I'm really trying to hit my calories every day, and I do, literally at the expense of not sleeping sometimes. Like most days I go to sleep like 3,
Yeah.
2 or 3, 4. And it's not healthy, but I still get 7-8 hours in, so 6, 7, 8 hours. So it's not terrible, but it's not optimal either.
Yeah.
Especially working at Rivermont, but that's a whole nother story. Let's not even get into that.
Oh my goodness.
My God. Anyways,
No, there would be times where we would be up all night.
very short hours because waking up at 5. But anyways, back on the topic of what was it?
Bulking
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. So what was it?
You were just saying like
Oh yeah, it was eating bulking hard and also at the expense of sleeping less.
yeah.
Because you got to get your meals in. I'm not like bro. How else you gonna grow if you ain't eating, bro?
Yeah.
And there's no magic way to put on muscle, bro.
You can't you can't keep adding calories to the next day. And that was my thing. I was like, sometimes I would miss it.
Nah. You can't be doing
You
that.
can't be doing that because it adds up.
Nah, don't do that. That's like there was a couple days I did that over the summer. Like I can name them on my one hand. Probably I think it was 2 days that happened, and they were both Rivermont morning shifts. Like I just didn't have enough time. I literally would get no sleep because I didn't have enough time to get that meal in. So I just took it as the next day's meal, but I ate a little bit more that next day. Can't be doing that, bro.
I don't even if you didn't sleep, so that's not really considered the next day. It's all kind of just like one big day.
24 hours.
24 hours, yeah. So I mean, Jesus, that's how committed we are. So,
anyways, let's go to the next topic because we're getting on time here.
yeah.
It was pre-workout, so
Yeah, a lot of good things we were talking about. We're trying to benefit you, obviously, at the end of the day, and I think a good important topic to talk about is what kind of like supplements you're taking as especially as a natural athlete. Like supplementation is important. That's the nightlife. We're here for a reason.
I gotta
So
take some I don't know, bang or something.
yeah, I got a early class tomorrow. Got that 10:20.
But anyways,
I've had a hand select of some really good premium pre's, and I've had some really shit pre's in the past, and obviously I've had that
Edge of Insanity.
Oh,
That shit is like DMA, laced with DMAA.
if you've ever had Edge of Insanity, I'll shake your hand because I've been through a tub of that.
Yes.
It's crazy. No, it's just so it brings back all the crazy pumps I would suck. Like it was insane. Like I would shake. This guy took a scoop of Edge of Insanity and a scoop of Woke AF one time.
Like one full scoop of each. That's like 800, like close to 800 milligrams of caffeine, and a bunch of stimulants.
Yeah,
So I almost died that day.
I'm pretty sure our other friend Noel did that too, and he
But he
said
only had one scoop of Edge.
Yeah, that's crazy. So only one scoop of that. I remember my heart rate would like literally hit like 170.
Bruh, I remember I was doing a T-bar row, and my chest was it was a chest supported T-bar row, and I could feel my chest like through the.
No, it was bad.
It was bad. It was
no,
really, I felt I was gonna have a stroke.
No, I
really
drank
bad.
it, and I didn't even have like I wasn't even working out. I went to go shoot. I went to go play basketball for a little bit, and like oh my god, I had to sit down. It was so bad. Like I had legs that day too, and I couldn't. Like it was so bad.
Your heart's racing so fast.
Like I felt
you get
sick.
Tired. You get tired, like quick fatigue.
Dude, I was
because
so
your heart's
sick.
racing.
I don't think I had a lot of food that day either because I was coming off a Rivermont shift. So, oh, dude, it was terrible. But, like, the pre itself, if they would just cut out some of like the
I think it's the
ingredients,
stimulants.
the stimulants, cut out some of the stimulants, it would actually be a decent.
Goes by its name pretty well.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Are you kidding me? That's a fucking next level kind of.
Honestly, I feel like a half scoop wouldn't be terrible. No, I feel like it'd be just
Yeah,
enough.
a half scoop would probably be equivalent to like what kind of pre I'm taking now is Gorilla Mind. It's been doing me very good. Yeah. I've gotten some really good pumps from that.
I remember my first tub of Gorilla Mind. It was a tub of Firefly Lemonade Mode, and I remember that was when I first started using like creatine from that. Actually, no, that's false. Pump AF from Steel has some creatine in it, but it's a buffered version of it. It's like creatine. It's like Steel's own patented. It's like a patented creatine. It's not like actual creatine.
Yeah.
It's like
not monohydrate.
Yeah, it's like some other buffered version of it. But that's where I first got my first taste or like thing of. I didn't even know I was on creatine at the time. I just took it as a pre.
Yeah.
It was only like 2 grams though, but it was just enough like to actually make a difference.
I remember my first time taking creatine wasn't even like creatine itself. It was with.
It was that Red Bull, wasn't it?
That was
sugar.
No.
Sugar.
That was after though. The first time I had any glimpse of creatine was powder form, obviously, because you can get creatine from like red meat and stuff like that. But anyways, it was the mass gainer.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. That had creatine in it. I remember one time. This was like when I just first started in like 2020. My diet was horrible. I had Chipotle, Moe's, and then I took 2 scoops of the mass gainer. I threw up in the toilet very shortly after.
My goodness, we're getting a phone call from the girlfriend here.
We'll
let's
call
answer
back.
that in a second.
Yeah. But anyways, what I was saying was, I threw up in the toilet. It was bad, and then I would proceed to go get a pump after. So. Yeah, don't do that if you're bulking. Don't try and stuff your face. I think a lot more like smaller meals with high protein is the best way to do it. You don't have to shove your face for long periods of time.
Yeah, not optimal.
Yeah.
Now, for me, a good rule of thumb is have a peak week for your bulk. Mm-hmm. So there would be a week where I'll be like 45, for example. For like a month or so, and then there will be one week where I go to like 40, 46, 50, or some number that's like peaking pretty damn hard. But I only do that for a week. That's a good kind of way to like finish off the bulk.
And that's a good way to speed up your metabolism.
Exactly. Because when you start reversing, you can just slice 200 calories off, and kind of give yourself a little head start on that burning.
Yeah.
That metabolism shift. And kind of get the edge on not slowing your metabolism down too much, because inevitably when you start reversing to cut, you're gonna have a slower metabolism, just how your body works. So if you can kind of curb that slowing of your metabolism, ever so slightly, you get the edge on staying leaner and preserving that muscle mass.
Yeah. So I said my pre is Gorilla Mind at the moment, but. What
I'm
pre
taking Wrecked from Huge Supplements. Yeah.
How's that for you?
It's the label is damn stacked like a
lot of good ingredients.
Oh yeah, it's like Gorilla Mode, but it's more stuff in there. They got lion's mane mushroom, which is I think a focus thing. They got black pepper extract. They got I think green pepper, some extracts.
Yeah.
Theobromine, they got alpha GPC, they got caffeine, obviously, they have beta-alanine, L-citrulline, pure L-citrulline.
None of that malate bullshit.
No. Malate actually has been proven to have more absorption, I believe.
It's good for like vascularity and like your.
But I would honestly, does not really matter. 8,000 grams of L-citrulline in this one.
Right.
So it's fine. But it's got a stack label. I wish I could go get it, but it's
kind of crazy how they put in so many ingredients.
Dude, it's like $50 too. I got it on sale. Actually, I got it on sale at $44.
Wow.
So I use half scoops.
Really?
Like one full scoop of that versus like Gorilla Mode's 2 scoops. One full scoop is a full serving. So it says 20 servings of that, but I get 40 servings because I half scoop it. And that's fine for me. I don't need 350 milligrams of caffeine, bro.
Yeah.
175 is plenty for me. And I've
That's
noticed, it might be bad to say, but I've noticed like I feel better at the gym. I'm not, because dude, when you have too much caffeine, you could probably feel this. Like it's too much. Like
No, yeah.
my heart is
That's not a bad thing to say. There's a
beating
lot of
so
people.
fast. It's like terrible.
Yeah, no, I would, and it would fuck up my sleep schedule too. But now I've learned to wake up earlier, and it's been helping me out a lot by not taking as much. Stims, right? And that's the thing is like, you can take breaks. Like,
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
enjoy those like rest days. Like when I don't train, I don't have to take any caffeine consumption or
It's
anything
nice.
like that. It's nice, right? So, that small break can help you out a lot, and it gives you that, when you do take it again, gives you that edge that you need.
Right.
So, I think it's important to take like caffeine breaks.
It is. It's like coffee. You get used to it.
I've never been that kind of person to like be very addicted to coffee. I'll drink it when I can, but
I'm never
I'm never like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like a type of person who's like, oh, I can't survive without coffee.
That's definitely the purest form of caffeine,
Yeah.
to being honest. I mean, that's where it really comes from most
Yeah,
of the
and
time.
it's also a very good, like,
Beans.
if you're trying to like lose water for a show or something like that. It's
Natural diuretic.
natural diuretic. Spoken on that before, and it's good because it has caffeine in it. Because
Right.
that's why a lot of people enjoy it. It's like caffeine is addicting.
Oh, it is. Bro, it's you don't go off, you go off it for a little bit, especially if people get their morning coffee every morning.
It's like a drug, and that's why
Get withdrawals.
Yeah, this is why Mormons, they're not allowed to drink coffee because they think it's a drug, it's a stimulant. So
Wow.
they're not allowed to have like certain types of tea because it has caffeine in it. They're like the caffeine free tea or whatever it is. This is like, no discredit to any Mormons, but that's just a lot of stuff to be cautious of.
Yeah. Well, I would say we do have enough time just for a side little thing is like there's all these brands and the pre-workouts, and then they also have influencers that promote these pre-workouts and kind of promote the brands and all that. When I think of influencer brands, the first thing that really comes to mind is Gorilla Mind. No pun intended, but like
Yeah, Derek.
really, I mean Derek is like there's a reason why he's probably the biggest when it comes to mind of like
He's just, the word
like the
influencer
brand.
is very influential.
like
to
everybody's like Gorilla Mind. They got the great products too.
great products, and not only that, Derek himself is just very intellectual. He himself knows just like about the body, like
Dude, this guy like
the way the way you're supposed to live a healthy lifestyle. He himself was actually he had like high blood pressure because he went through a dirty bulk process himself, and on top of that, he was on gear too. He was on Dianabol and Nanavara and stuff like that. So his blood pressure was through the roof.
yeah.
So he had to make
Navarro
a
do that too. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, when you're eating shit food and then like
Yeah,
you're
shit
taking
food.
gear,
It's just combined for bad blood pressure. to be
exactly.
honest.
So his blood pressure was really high, so he had to make a transition, and he's educating himself, and not only that, now he's educating others, and that's why he's been able to create such great products, and he gets great reviews from it.
I mean, this guy.
You want to talk about like an influencer? It's just like you want to be influential. So.
Exactly. I mean, he's got for his products, for his staple flagship products, so Gorilla Mo, Gorilla Nitric, Nitric, Gorilla Nitric, and then some of his other products. He has in-depth product videos, like an hour long on each one, explaining in detail what each ingredient does.
Yeah, he's been on.
Ain't nobody doing that, bro.
And
Really, ain't nobody doing that except for him.
And he talks on multiple podcasts about like, the safeties of like super supplements like gear and stuff like that, and like how.
Yeah, honestly, if there's anybody I would I would go to, if I ever go into the dark side, it would be him. If I could ever get in contact with him, or at least watch some of his videos and learn, because that dude,
Yeah.
like, he knows his stuff. He's also got his own
Right.
clinic, Merrick Health, I believe it's Merrick Health.
How old is he?
I think he's 32.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, no, 27.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Well,
20.
I
think
want to
he's
say
32.
I would say he's probably late 20s, early 30s.
I think he's actually 27, because I was watching a podcast where he was on, and he said he was 27, I believe. I don't know if that's right.
That's still
Probably
very
look it up
young
real
for
quick.
how intellectually knowledged he is on products. I mean, his products are very good. I mean, I'm taking his pre-workout right now, and I think it's
He's 28 years old.
28. So yeah, very young guy, still knows a whole lot about the fitness world. And
I think, in my opinion, I don't know anybody else that knows more than him.
yeah,
Like,
no,
you ask him any question about your body.
no influencer.
Literally any
I'm
question
serious.
about your body, and he will tell you. the
Yeah,
answer.
and any influencer that's not, and he's not a bodybuilder or anything like that, but he's still so
Pretty
like
jacked.
jacked is an understatement, but
Pretty big.
Yeah,
Big ass
so-
Death Star delts.
yeah, so that's where if you want to do like be an influencer, you have to be influential. Like Derek's a great person to look
Example.
up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything.
I think we covered everything for
quite
today.
a bit. That's much longer. This is like 55 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's over an hour. What time is it now?
58:27. That's definitely over an hour.
Yeah, because I said it was like 12:53 when we started. I think it's just over an hour. So, and it's 1:54 right now. So
Yeah.
we're up, ladies and gentlemen.
So real quick, I want to tell them some of the plans we have for the channel, because I think we should definitely. What I was talking about earlier, with like going out and everything.
Yeah, well,
We
we're
were-
thinking about is just like getting some. We're trying to grow, obviously, and we want to get other people's opinion on the show. So we were thinking about going out and just
I mean, not only that, just going out and getting, and just because the show is called the Nightlife, and it's we have a great kind of environment downtown for that.
yeah.
So
Athens, Georgia, you want to come out, you're gonna see a lot of college students.
yeah,
obviously.
so we can we were thinking of doing some content creating down there. So
Exactly.
so look out for that for sure.
Right, and some guest appearances in the future as well is what we're looking
Yeah.
to do.
Just bring people on and get their opinions about things and just have a good time and talk. So
Exactly, and
yeah.
not just in the fitness world, and we're looking to go beyond that.
Yeah. Eventually.
Exactly. So, all right, guys.
Like, we're gonna end it here. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace out.